Hey everyone, this is Arpita from India. I hope you all are doing well as we can all do in these times. We are already in the second week of May, and I think we all want to continue with our self growth, our healing, our creativity. And in that context, I want to share this today with you. It's my first ever creative journal, which I did last year. Before that, I did a few journals and bullet journal, and they weren't that great. But as I started again last year, I decided not to focus so much on the aesthetics and to just go with the flow. So let me show you the pages today of my first ever creative journal. I hope you enjoy it. So this notebook is from William Penn. It's got about 65 pages. It's 80 GSM. It's not very thick. So I did find a little bit of challenge sometimes writing with a fountain pen and sticking pictures. But overall, it was pretty good. So this was the first ever page that I wrote. I was writing a novel called The Color Red. It's still half baked and half done. But I was generally noting my thoughts about the book, about what was motivating me, what was not motivating me. So look, here I wrote, finding motivation to write on all days is one of the greatest challenges I face. So it was a little bit of a personal account of my writing journey. And those who are struggling with journaling prompts or struggling with what do I write about? Well, choose a topic that you love or a project that you're working on and write about it every day. So here are my pages. They are not perfect. They're quite hideous, some of them, but hey, it's me and it's my growth and my journey, and you should feel the same way. Of course, I greatly panicked after I created this page because you can see all these funny strips of paper I had put, and then I was like, oh my God, I don't have place to write. That was quite funny. So these are all my personal thoughts, which I have put down here. The toughest job of a writer is to make sense of a world that does not exist, but making magic from nothing is akin to having the power of creation, of being God. These are my thoughts. So I don't know if many of you are obsessed with layouts. Well, I tried to imitate a lot of people, and I realized that it is ridiculous to give directions on layout to anybody, including myself. Why? Because it just depends on what you're going for. And sometimes all of these things may not, the embellishments you put, like I put here, may not even match what you're writing. But, hey, I mean, it's you. You can mix it up. You can have a theme. You cannot have a theme. This is my favorite quote, by the way, from the book called Identity by Milan Kundera. I don't know if you've read the book. It's brilliant. This is a beautiful quote. How could she feel nostalgia when he was right in front of her? How can you suffer from the absence of a person who is present? Isn't that beautiful? I mean, it's a great love story. And this I truly believe in. Writing for the self is always harder than for others. That's so true, because you have to be so honest with yourself. I didn't even like the way this page turned out, but hey, I didn't judge myself. I just kept creating pages. This page I particularly liked, I think, because I had more writing space and, you know, less of embellishments. I always like more writing space. I don't know about you. I always liked a lot of writing space. That's probably because I write too much. I don't know. I know this is a hideous page, but that's okay. It may be hideous a little bit. Can you see the owl? Yeah. So this I collected from Starbucks or somewhere. I don't remember. I think Starbucks. And This donut washi is really cute. I mean, many people will say it's so childish to stick these things. Yeah, it is. You're supposed to be childish. You're supposed to play while you're journaling. You're not supposed to be so serious. By the way, this is a writing box by Gallon Leather. This pen case is also by Gallon Leather. I love their products. You can get them. There is a website. I'll put the link in the description. Okay. I mean, I know some of these pages are not like path breaking, but this was the first journal. Last year, I did this. And I have this friend, and he wrote a book called Mind Over Mountain, and he gifted it to me. And I wrote my sentiments about the book. And I sort of critique the book here, and I just hope he doesn't get to read these pages. He wouldn't like it. So, anyway, see. And I started dating my journal. See, I have a little note here, dating my journal for the first time. So this page I didn't color, by the way. Penline series of notebooks from William Penn. I don't know if William Penn is in other countries, but it's there in India. It's like the go-to place for stationery and stuff like that. So they have these notebooks which have these colored pages in the middle. Here, I put this little picture of my guitar, which is gathering dust right now. It pains me to think of that. So you see how I started taking prints with this. I have a little bit of a little printer called Sprocket, and I use that to take little prints from my phone. And I love this. I found this code on the internet, and I just downloaded the image and I put this. So this was what my journey was like. But can you see, I mean, my pages started changing from that first page to the later pages. There's a huge difference. Of course, sometimes, you can't help but make things hideous. I don't know what I was going for here. Yeah, don't laugh, but I don't know why I did this, but I kind of quite liked the page because there was some art in it, This was an interesting page for me because I got a little note and I really liked it and wanted to stick it, and I love these Japanese themes and stuff like that. And yeah, I did write a little bit about the memories and all. See how my layout started changing from the first page to now. It started getting a little better or a little more artistic or whatever you want to call it. And this is a fake Polaroid, but if you can use use real Polaroids, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. I think we are all too hard on ourselves. By the way, can you see all the ink smudged? See all the ink smudged. And I have no idea why they smudged like this on this page. Maybe because there was glue, because I probably had stuck, something on the other side. I have no idea why this page had smudged so badly. And this is ink, by the way. I just want to go back, sorry. All this is distress ink, which I used really badly. This is real distress ink, which I used again. And then, of course, this one was complete distress ink. I just wanted a lot of blue. I was missing the sea, and I love ships and boats and all of that. I even have a little dinosaur here. Did you see that? Yeah. And this was coming to the end of it nearly, and yeah. So this is my first ever journal. I like this wax seal there. A professional writer is an amateur that did not quit. That's what Richard Bach said, and I also say that, but I'm not writing enough, people. Okay. Yeah, and I wanted to put like a little stamp here, and then I got bored and I didn't put it, and I wanted to put a stamp here and I didn't put it. Don't ask me why. I just didn't want to put it eventually for some reason. I believe myself that a good writer doesn't really need to be told anything except to keep at it. That is true because it's so much instinct. And that is it. I didn't want to make this last page, empty, so I stuck this. So this was the walkthrough of my first ever creative journal. May not be perfect, but hey, this is to get you motivated to start. It doesn't matter. There is no right or wrong. There is only this that you need. Bye bye.